Let's talk about Gusto versus Paychex versus OnPay. Of course, we're speaking about payroll, but also about human resources for a small business. Okay, so here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So I want to first start with Gusto. So when you think about Gusto, I want you to think about a very straightforward provider. So this is an online payroll software and human resource administration platform for startups and small businesses. So the cool thing is that when you go with Gusto, you are basically taking care of payroll processing. You're taking care of benefits administration. You're taking care of HR. You're taking HR processes and so on and so forth. So this is really fantastic. What we love about Gusto is simplicity. So Gusto facilitates payroll for employees and contractors, plus employee benefits such as health, retirement, and more. And the platform also includes extras such as you have automated charitable donations. And you also have a wallet that helps employees have more control over how and when to use their money. So this is really fantastic, okay? And let me give you the pros and cons of Gusto here. So when you think about Gusto as a small business owner, first let's talk about the pros. You have transparent pricing, flexibility of 3 plans for changing needs. You have unlimited payroll runs, domestic and international contractor payroll, charitable giving benefits. You have college savings benefits, automatic tax filing and compliance guidance. You have employee financial wellness tools. So this is kind of cool. And what we love is that we love the fact that Gusto is constantly sort of upgrading its offer. So this is fantastic. So the pros are pretty cool. What about the cons? There is no perfect company. So the cons, there is no free trial. You have per person pricing that gets costly at scale. No invoicing or accounts receivable features. A lot of upfront manual data entry. Benefits and data and time off data don't sync throughout the platform, at least not as of yet. There are no automated workflows, no international employee payroll, and you have a limited mobile app functionality. Okay, but the cool thing here is that what we love the fact that Gusto offers a good mix of features and has built a strong positive reputation among HR professionals across all kinds of industries. Okay, this is kind of important in terms of how you actually can implement Gusto real fast. So think about Gusto as a full service payroll and HR platform that it really is great for startups and small businesses. Okay, and the service is available in all 50 states, not a problem. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So when we talk about Gusto, I really want to talk to you about what sets Gusto apart. Now, Gusto has at least 2 standout features from its competitors, namely the ability to pay a variety of employee types, as well as tools to support their financial goals. So let's talk about domestic and international contractor payments. So basically, you are able to actually pay independent contractors both domestically and internationally. And Gusto's payroll has the flexibility to actually support the various pay rates and schedules for different types of workers in your organization. So this is kind of cool in terms of flexibility, giving you some kind of control over your HR processes. You also have financial wellness with Gusto Wallet app. So Gusto Wallet app is really a mobile app to keep track of payment history, hours worked, and more. And all plans include access to the Wallet app, though the level of functionality depends on the plan you choose. Okay, so using the Gusto Wallet app, full-time employees can actually view a breakdown of each paycheck, set up high-yield savings accounts to grow their earnings beyond their paychecks, split up their paychecks among different accounts to help employees make progress towards their savings goals. You're able to set up 5 personalized financial goals, manage time off requests and clock in and out, and view hours worked in premium and plus plans only. So this is kind of cool. And so when you think about the Gusto plan, just fantastic. And I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is what the pricing looks like for Gusto. For the simple plan, you are paying $40 per month plus $6 per month per person. On the plus plan, you have $60 per month plus 9 bucks per month per person. And on the premium plan, you got to contact Gusto for more information. They'll let you know how much they will charge you. But when you think about the plan that you choose in Gusto depends on the kind of features that you're looking for, right? Because Gusto offers a constellation of features, and remember, Gusto's core features include payroll, benefits administration, time tracking, task compliance, onboarding, analytics, and reporting, and employee self-service. So what matters to you? What's important for you? What matters to you is going to determine what kind of a plan you go for, right? Remember that it really, everything revolves around what's important to you. So again, the features are payroll, tax filing, recruiting and onboarding, benefits administration, time tools, reporting, employee self-service, compliance. So this is what it is. So again, you have to see what really works for you. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Gusto versus Paychex versus OnPay. Now let me talk to you about Paychex. So when you think about Paychex, what should you be thinking about? Well, first of all, Paychex actually likes to position itself as a professional employer organization. So it's not really just a regular HR solution. It is a PEO. So this is basically a comprehensive cloud-based solution for employee life cycle management. And so it really handles everything from talent acquisition and onboarding to payroll, benefits, and legislative compliance, which is really important, especially if you are operating overseas and you want to, and you really care about legislating compliance, then you want to really go for a reputable PEO such as Paychex, okay? And so let's first talk about the pros and cons of Paychex. The pros first. You have a dedicated relationship manager. You have a dedicated HR PEO team, including specialists on HR, payroll, and benefits administration. And so this service includes HR, payroll, benefits, and risk management. So you have more comprehensive solutions here. So what about the cons here? One thing we don't like about Paychex is the lack of transparency when it comes to their pricing, okay? And the global payroll will cost you extra if you request that service. So when you think about Paychex, I want you to think about an all-in-one HR, payroll, benefits, and risk management solution for employees, okay? And so it's one of those things where when you sign up for Paychex PEO, you are able to take care from A to Z when it comes to your HR solution. So talent acquisition, talent retention, employee satisfaction, payroll expense optimization, you have all kinds of possibilities here, okay? And so when we talk about Paychex, in terms of their core features, you have human resources, of course, you have employee benefits, you have a payroll processing, you have a risk management, you have a regulatory compliance, and also you have additional features. So features that revolve around like if you have any question that relates to your HR, you can actually tap into the resources that Paychex has to kind of help you out. So this is really good in terms of flexibility. We love that a lot in terms of flexibility. I want to talk to you about pricing here. So when we think about Paychex, now Paychex PEO does not disclose pricing and plans, and this is something they have to work on. As you can see on the screen, they show you the packages, they show you the plans, but they do not talk about the pricing at all. Instead, you gotta contact Paychex PEO for a quote. I mean, they want to talk to you, they want to have a clear idea what's really happening to you. Okay, now note that pricing is on a per employee basis, and there is a 5-employee minimum. So it's one of those things you have to really think about it before. But if we were to compare and contrast Paychex versus all the other players, you have, let's compare and contrast Paychex versus Papaya Global, JustWorks, and Engage PEO. So when you think about the starting price with Papaya Global, you have like $12 to $15 per employee per month. For JustWorks, you are paying $59 per employee per month. And Engage PEO is not really disclosing their data also. And when we talk about now, all those services that have payroll, that's for sure. And you have global payroll as an add-on with Paychex. With Papaya Global, you have it. With JustWorks, you don't have it. With Engage PEO, you don't have it either. You can have it as an add-on. You do have bandwidth limits, okay? And you have a time and attendance on all those players, except Engage PEO. At least as of the date of this show. one thing I want to say here is that when you think about Papaya Global, this is a player that's more geared towards enterprises. So Paychex is really for small and mid-sized businesses. Papaya Global is more towards enterprises. And so JustWorks is ideal for small businesses because it bills you only for the W-2 employees each month. However, if the number of employees remains almost the same for you each month, and you also wish to offer a retirement plan and health insurance benefits to your employees, Paychex PEO, in our view, might be a better option. If you were to think about Engage PEO, for instance, everything depends upon what you want, because both Engage PEO and Paychex really are great tools for small and mid-sized businesses. But it really the right thing is that if you want a PEO that's best for payroll processing, Paychex is right for you. If you operate, let's say you operate in an industry where compliance is a stringent and important consideration, Engage PEO could be your answer. It is IRS and ESEC, Employer Services Assurance Corporation certified, and offers comprehensive training on ADA, FCRA, and FMLA. So you have flexibility there. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Gusto versus Paychex versus OnPay. I want to quickly talk to you now about OnPay, okay? And when we think about OnPay, I want you to think about, you want to think about efficiency. So OnPay is an easy-to-use cloud-based payroll processing and HR platform that's actually affordable for small businesses. There is only one plan, which really gives you access to all the features available, such as an employee portal that really enables unlimited payroll runs. You have payment to both W-2 and 1099 workers, and you have a service that lets employees onboard themselves. So in terms of employee empowerment, really OnPay helps you a lot. And so payroll processing is the main draw of OnPay, but there are also helpful HR tools and features, including an HR resource library, new hire reporting, and custom personnel checklists, which can really be helpful for compliance audits, right? It can be Department of Labor audits, for instance. And OnPay doesn't have built-in accounting and time tracking software, but you can integrate third-party apps. I want to quickly talk to you about the pros and cons when it comes to OnPay, so you have a clear idea what this software provider is all about. The pros first. You have affordable, transparent pricing as low as $40 per month, plus $6 per user. You have unlimited payroll runs. You are able to manage pay for full-time and contract workers. You have self-service employee portal. You have a service that integrates with top accounting software. You have a service that offers extensive HR resource library. And you have an overall service that's very easy to use. So this is kind of cool. But what about the cons here? So when you think about OnPay, what kind of detriments should you be worrying about? Well, there are no volume discounts. Mailing tax documents will cost you extra. And payroll approval is not fully automated. This is something that OnPay has to work on. Payroll alerts are hard to resolve, and the time of information doesn't always sync with other parts of the system. And adding a new employee is not entirely intuitive. This is something they need to work on. And right now, they only have a mobile app for iOS only. They have to work on the other parts for Android, okay? So, but the bottom line here is that I want you to really think about the opportunity to really get things done quickly. So OnPay's sleek interface and visually appealing graphics makes it, on the whole, in our view, an easy and pleasant platform to use. For instance, from an employee perspective, you can really see the profile pictures of coworkers, direct reports, and you can see who works with whom. And this is done on a seamless way. So this is kind of fantastic, okay? And so you also have a constellation of features that are really cool, such as payroll. This is really cool. You have onboarding. This is fantastic. You have a tax filing. You have benefits administration. You have time tracking. You have analytics and reporting. So you do have a constellation of features here. So this is really great. we love about OnPay also is that you have integrations that really matter. So there are 11 to 15 integrations available for OnPay to supplement accounting, time tracking, 401k management, HR compliance, and even farming business needs. So this is kind of cool. So in terms of accounting, you can sync QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Desktop, and Xero. For time tracking, you can have QuickBooks Time, When I Work, and Deputy. For 401k retirements, you have a Guideline and Vest Well, so this is really fantastic. For HR and compliance, you have a Mineral and Poster Elite. For agricultural profitability, you have Magnify, so this is kind of cool. You have a tool that works with OnPay and Xero to support profitable farming and agricultural businesses, so this is really fantastic. And in terms of customer support, we love the fact that OnPay remains decidedly easy to set up and use. But if you get stuck or have a question, you have multiple options for seeking help from customer support. So there is a help center with guides for each OnPay tool, along with how-to gives and walkthroughs and a robust FAQ page. So this is kind of cool. And you can also contact someone by email anytime or by chat or phone from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern on weekdays. So this is really fantastic. And we also love that you can see on the screen here that transparency in terms of pricing is just great, because OnPay is pretty straightforward. They don't have shenanigans. They don't have no. They just have one pricing plan. Then they're not trying to confuse you here, and so you have to pay a base fee of $40 per month plus a $6 per month per person. Okay, and it's one of those things where you have to see what really works for you. So you have U.S. payroll. Now, OnPay doesn't do global payroll as of yet, so it's one of those things where you have to talk to customer service to have a clear idea what they offer. They do tax filing, they do benefits administration, they don't do time tracking, expense management, they do workflow automation, they do reporting and analytics, third-party integrations, error-free guarantee, and customer support. And one thing I want to say here is that it's always better if you need extra information to contact OnPay's customer service for them to get back to you. Overall, when you think about OnPay is relatively cheaper than the others, than Gusto, ADP, Ron, Paychex, Flex. It really depends upon what you are after. But bottom line also is that you have to see what really works for you, because if you are a small business owner in search of a simple, affordable payroll solution, OnPay can be a solid choice. This is particularly true if you need guidance with benefits and taxes and appreciate an easy to use interface and exceptional customer service. Okay, decision here. So when we think about Gusto versus Paychex versus OnPay, which one should you go for? Now, if you are looking for a complete solution when it comes to HR, go with Gusto. If you're looking for something that is digitally helpful to you, go with Paychex. If you are looking for simplicity and ease of use, go with OnPay. The bottom line here is that the best payroll software depends on your needs, right? Depends on your business size and needs. Because when we talk about ADP, Ron, Paychex, Flex, and Gusto, maybe they're not really appropriate for your business. It really depends. And it's one of those things where you have to see what really works for you. For example, when you think about Gusto is a payroll and HR platform suited for startups and small businesses that employ a mix of employees and contractors and want to automate HR tasks as much as possible. And if you want to go with Paychex, then you are thinking about, let's say, a PEO, right? You're looking for way more than HR. If you're going for OnPay, that means you want simplicity. It's one of those things again where you have to see what really works for you in terms of availability, because OnPay is best for small businesses, US-based businesses. So small businesses, OnPay makes the most sense for startups and small businesses that are seeking a robust, one-size-fits-all payroll system at an affordable price point. And also US-based businesses, OnPay supports payments to employees and independent contractors working in the US. They don't do international as of yet. And we do not recommend OnPay for medium to larger sized businesses, because if you're looking for advanced features that support your growth, such as recruiting, compensation, and performance management, then you really want to go to a player such as Paychex. This is where the juice is really at, because they have the resources to kind of support you. And one thing I want to say also is that you want to look for integration. So if you are having if you have an HR software, whether you choose Gusto or Paychex or OnPay, you want to look for things like integration, because you want to make sure that your system can work with the third-party system that you're currently using, and that way you can track things across the board. You can track employee performance across several platforms, and also see whether or not your system is working. So Gusto versus Paychex versus OnPay, which one you really, everything depends on what you're looking for. For payroll, go with Gusto. For PEO, for professional employer organization, go for Paychex. For simplicity and small business opportunities, go with OnPay. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let's quickly recap to this conversation. So I gave you a compare and contrast between Gusto, Paychex, and OnPay. And so I gave you the review first, and then we do the comparison, the decision, and now the recap. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.